Welcome back, everyone. We are back with the Unfortunate Sons. Truly an unfortunate day, as not only last week was Mother's Day, but this week we are down our inevitable leader, Sephiroth, also who plays Domnander, and then of course Ned himself, who has vanished to a concert, as one does. So instead, we are here today only with the legendary, the mythical, the never here Kesnanok and his newfound friend that he's only had one session with since he was gone last session, Farum Trahir. So, we return back, though, from last we went. The party, well, actually, before I get into full of it, let me rewind for a second here. As we return for a session, let's look back at the clock of what the party got up to previously. And I believe, what was it? Shit, I'm trying to remember what actually started. I remember the ending pretty well because everyone was really upset about that. But what was the beginning? Ah,
They went
yes.
to the mayor pretty early.
Yes, now I recall. Yep. All right. So, as the party of the unfortunate sons found themselves heading to meet with the mayor of the town after being told by Utval that he really couldn't do much to help them out, and getting kind of a breakdown of the services he would provide to the party going forward, as well as letting Domnander know or of a letter that would change their opinion of the world for a good while going forward here, I imagine. Having been unfortunately told of Utham's insistence on the unfortunate sons never returning to his lands again, as well as the supposed blame for the party having caused what seems to be a natural disaster going on in the world right now. The party decided after this to meet with the mayor to negotiate for, I believe it was the maps for the adventuring quest that they were looking to go on. As the party unfortunately found themselves there, being seemingly watched in the background by other figures, they were able to be thankfully let into the mayor's meeting rooms quite quickly. Without much of a fuss. Though they did meet a uniquely red looking skinned individual that seemed to pay them not much mind before leaving and continue on their way. However, as the party found themselves within the mayor's meeting hall, they would take a moment to read through a few books and learn a few things while they could. At the same time as learning what they could about Ella Ugbo, as well as some other minor details that they had gathered, the mayor would finally make themselves available as Lady, I think it was Avarice, arrived. Um, Kesnok, being told about the individual's name, did enjoy the fact that the party did not catch the joke whatsoever afterwards. At least it showed no sign to the DM or those watching that they had caught the joke of the name. But after being let known about some huge bombs about their party, the party decided to quickly head back, being told that not only were they being hunted, but as well that there was a bounty, and seemingly implied that the mayor of the town was planning to either hunt them down or give them a chance to escape before she was required to, or forced. But as the party managed to head out, they would find themselves immediately beginning to be tracked by a few individuals. And after a little bit of a magical show, as well as some decisions on what to do next, Domnander, at the behest of Farum, would head off towards one of these shops and not take 40 minutes to discuss their item hunt shopping list. Thankfully. Unfortunately, as Farum and Ned would turn and head off, the two immediately upon splitting would be cornered by the individuals that had been watching them. Seemingly, a faction of Ella Ugbo worshippers who bore a different sigil than the one upon Farum's own chest would manage to not only kidnap Farum, but manage to capture Dom in a somewhat strategic spell of warding, if you will, keeping the others from noticing what they were up to as the two of them discussed openly. Ned, thankfully, was able to escape due to the DM's incompetence at rolling anything above a 1 when it came to a spot, search, or anything else, even when being smacked on the back of the head, literally, with a stick. Um, Farum was just too distracting. She is just truly an oddity that this poor priest could not take her eyes off of. Ned would thankfully escape with that, heading to find Domnander. And after Domnander infuriated a cleric for about 30 minutes, we finally cut there. We returned back on midday of the 12th of the planting, or April, in the year 65,006. The weather outside, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and sunny with no clouds in sight. Humidity is wet and at 95%, thus the sweat is heavy and thick throughout as we come back. Now, before we come back, we're gonna jump a little, or go into a little bit of a DM cutscene here, if you will, as it was. Since Kezdonok never submitted his downtime to the DM that he was given,
What was it, the 8 hours, right?
yeah.
With
Which
the resting, because
Did
I
you
had to rest.
did you rest? Hold up, let me check that.
I believe when you asked, I just said I was going to rest because I also had to get my spell slots changed so I could actually cast
Oh,
the
that's
remove.
right. Yes, because you needed the spell. Yeah, I remember now. Perfect. Thank you for that. So, and that answers my questions. I had two options for how to start because I couldn't remember which was. Cool. As we were take a quick second for a DM cutscene, mentioning once more that Farum had been kind of pushed into a house with a priestess that had knocked him over the head for about 150 points of force damage, which was enough in one strike to convince Farum that that was not worth fighting further at that point. We jump moment back though for Kezenok, who found himself seemingly resting, relaxing around the ship and lounging, before, as his eyes would shut during the day, the disease having taken its toll but thankfully being cured, would suddenly find himself bound and gagged in some sort of material that seemed to glimmer a blackened color. Metallic in feel, it seemed to be stretched out across a leather-like bag that seemed to almost be big enough to keep you fully feeling your feet tied but still sticking out from the calves up. As Kez found himself taken, the sound or the smell in the air of a very familiar scent of a sleeping spell kind of seemingly permeating throughout the air, Kez, the sounds of snoring from Utval's crew almost deafening. You manage to only spot the very hands of the individuals kind of holding your legs as you kind of were managing to kind of keep your eyes forward, looking through the hole as you found yourself almost completely immobile. Ah, as the hands that seem to grasp you seem to be thicker, dark skinned, and very gray, big enough to grab all the way around your calf with a single hand, which means these individuals seem to be at least large or bigger. You found yourself seemingly carried without much effort from either of the figures, recognizing only two sets of hands on your body as you kind of find yourself tugged and pulled out. Um, as suddenly as you're taken off the ship, things seem to go quiet as you feel for a moment a magical surge before finding yourselves now in a what feels like a more damp and much colder area. The sounds bouncing off of the clattering of heavy metal footsteps on cobblestones below as you're seemingly dragged off somewhere. Now, before I move on, Kez, is there anything you'd like to do while you're kidnapped? I will mention resistance, as from what you can gather, given that they were able to knock out an entire mercenary company, seems these individuals are somewhat capable in a town like this, especially in broad daylight, as you were able to gather from earlier.
I think best course of action is to stay calm and kind of just take in my surroundings, kind of just see of where we're going, see if there's any information I can glean from my journey and during this kidnapping, because information is going to be key in this situation.
Okay. Give me a gather info and a spellcraft check.
Absolutely. I was like, where's all my shit? I closed the tab group, but it's right here. I got it.
He's got it.
All right. You said gather information and what?
And spellcraft.
Gotcha. All right. For the gather information, We are sitting at a was it 18?
18. Okay.
And for spellcraft, where are you? Gotcha. I have a +0 to spellcraft.
Makes sense.
13.
All right. Unfortunately, you do not recognize the spell that kind of seems to teleport you at whatsoever, as you seem to be moved to the secondary location almost as soon as you're taken off the ship. However, as you do kind of keep your eyes out, you do notice that their adventurer is walking right past the individuals kidnapping you out in the broad daylight that seem to just kind of look over at you for a mere second, but as the lights start to glimmer from the teleportation spell, just seem to shrug and continue on with their day. Giving you the understanding these individuals are known to the town to either have done this before or they are too strong to for the many of the adventurers of this town to do much about them. Uh, as you watch this kind of happen. The other thing you gather is the individual that is carrying your calves and kind of the front end of you does have a tattoo upon his hand. You notice that the tips of his fingers are paint or tattooed red, like they're dripping blood, and the kind of fingers themselves seem to be tattooed a blackened color, while the rest of the hand is more of a grayish color naturally.
And this is the sigil in which I got a message to at least trust the guy that I saw first, right?
Correct. Yes.
Interesting.
As you're kind of dragged off. But as you find yourself banished or taken, we must now rewind the clock once more as this goes on. Now, just for those who care, and for the accuracy of the DM not having to answer this without it being on recording, Ned, who managed to roll high enough, is going to be grabbing Domnander and running like hell and abandoning Farum. So, just kind of confirming that as Ned was running past, he will manage to spot Domnander and will manage to grab and sprint off with the other cleric chasing after the two of them as they make their way through the town and back to the ship, is what I was informed of. So,
Nice.
yep.
Well, Ferrum, I'm gonna try to get us out of this.
Certified classic.
All right. Farum, as we jump over to you now, as you're kind of sitting on this nice kind of long lounging chair, it's quite comfortable. Goose feathered as you kind of sit there. Your body's still hurting from the punch to the back that hit you so hard. The young half elf kind of still standing guard as she looks on a candle in her hand as she kind of has it lit, staring at the door, watching for any coming in as she kind of side glances at you. As a moment goes by, as you're kind of sitting there, waiting patiently and quietly, you suddenly hear as a commotion at the door as it comes kind of colliding open, and in comes, well, would you like to describe what you look like, Zek, for those who haven't seen you in a minute?
Of course. Farum basically just sees Kez without armor, to start with. But he's dressed very cheaply. Hand-spun robes. Very simple. Clearly all things he's made himself to wear. Although he lets his hair hang long. And he's just kind of got a little walking stick as he's walking in. This kind of very thin but lanky fire giant.
Yeah. Zach, you find yourself bound. Someone behind you, kind of seemingly a larger troll-looking like figure that kind of dominates over you, standing about 17 feet in height, as he very much bends down to kind of lean into the doorway. His face almost completely cloaked, but his nostril and mouth kind of sticking out slightly enough to recognize the troll features. As you're kind of brought in, you see as Farum is sitting upon this nice kind of what looks to be basically a couch, as about standing about 20 feet to the right of him stands a half elf in full plate that kind of seems to smile somewhat, as she looks between you and him, her dual scimitars on either hip kind of glimmering as she does. In the background, you do notice a jade colored construct of sorts that looks to be very dragon like in appearance.
Is my mouth like, am I gagged or anything? Or am
You
I
are not.
just
Your hands are just bound. Though you do, for
uh,
note, your hands are bound with what look to be something to keep you from casting. A rope that,
no,
as
that,
you
that
see the runes on, seem to cancel out your magic.
huh. Is there something I can help you all with?
The half elf kind of looks between the two of you and then looks back over at Farum and goes, "Is this is Kesnanok, right?"
I guess like Zephyr will like, no, sorry. Farum will look at the person in front of her, and I guess would I be able to discern if this person is Kesnanok? Like, or would I have to like, do they look different than what they have seen from Kez as far as like build wise, appearance, attire, manner of
Dude, I'm so
speech?
Give me either a sense motive or a gather info.
Well, in the great words of Sapphire, because they are not here, I will roll Sun's motive.
Naturally. We gotta
That'll
keep
be a
dumb men
24.
underpowered. Nice. Definitely is not Kesnok. The demeanor of them is very much kind, polite, sweet, almost. Like what you'd expect of a caring priest who was just like there to teach children or something of the sort. Not someone who'd hurt a fly. Very much not Kez. So you kind of look them up and down.
Kids used
Firm
to be
will,
like that.
yeah, Firm will like shake her head no, be like, no, that person seems to be, while they look similar to Kez, they hold themselves in a different manner. So they are not the Kez that I know.
Rilvi kind of looks between the two of you and goes, "God damn it. Okay, well, I can't be sure, and you could be lying." And given the fact that she kind of looks you up and down, her eyes kind of glimmering for a second, and my nat 1 in the background with this character continues to be a fucking issue every time I sense motive or do anything with it. She just kind of looks between the two of you and goes, "I'm just gonna take you both. We've got two others. We'll figure out which one of you's the real one and just deal with the situation at that point. You're coming with us," as she kind of looks at Farum once more and goes, "because clearly your other members don't seem to be willing to volunteer, so you're going to verify who this individual is."
I'm Zek. I'm Zek.
Fucking Zek. I knew it.
She kind of looks back at you and goes, "Hush! We will deal. We will let the head paladin deal with this." And she kind of like rubs her temples as she kind of looks between both of you. Her kind of darkened, blackened raven hair kind of glimmering in the candlelight as she does this. And she just snaps her fingers as the larger figure kind of picks Zek up once more without even really any struggle and seems to kind of walk
Yeah.
over towards Farum, look her up and down, and then kind of takes a moment and looks back at the paladin and then looks back at Farum again and then looks back at the paladin elf again and go in troll, which I assume you do not speak Farum.
No, Farum
Okay.
does not speak.
The creature seems to say something, kind of mutter, and as it looks over, Rilvi kind of looks at him, sighs, and goes, "My compatriot won't pick up a woman. So you're gonna have to stand and walk, I'm afraid, young Farum."
All right, I can walk.
She sighs as she kind of like just puts her hand to her forehead again, rubs it slightly, and goes, "Okay." And just kind of starts guiding both of you down towards a door at the back of the house and kind of down into the stairs of this very wet and damp kind of basement that leads into or seems to open up into a giant tunnel underneath the city. She kind of guides you down through, keeping the large troll at the back, kind of holding Zek in front of him, with you kind of standing in between Farum. As you kind of look about the cave walls, the stones seem to get damper. The grass on the wall or on the wall seems to get thicker and more lush. As you kind of pass by, the sounds of a river overhead kind of can come over at one point as you continue walking through. And finally, as at the end of a semi-dark tunnel, after about an hour of walking, you find yourselves standing or walking into what looks to be a large, glowing green vat underneath what looks or beneath these large iron bridges that kind of lead to the center of the room, where a large spell circle has been kind of carved into the iron itself, glimmering already with what looks to be this green, sickly glow, similar to the liquid down below. You do see a bound figure, their calves kind of slightly sticking out, and what looks to be this black colorium, rather large bag kind of wrapped around them. Not saying a move, not moving or anything, as Rilvi kind of leads you over there. And kind of as she brings you and Zek to the center and sits you both down, she kind of waves to the troll, and the two of them begin to walk away. As a moment later, another figure is brought in, enchained. His figure kind of slightly taller, bit more grizzled, as a long grayish beard kind of dots out of this heavy-looking brown cloak that's very ratty and almost like a kind of falling apart, but it seems to cloak much of the figure themselves, as they are kind of brought out, their ankles chained and their hands chained together in shackles, as they are dropped out in front of you. As the three of you, or as the four of you kind of look about, one sec. Yeah, four. Okay, making sure I'm doing my math right. As the four of you look about, the room kind of seems to be strange. Two doors kind of seem to be dotted behind you to either side. They both exit into the room back in tunnels that you both seem to come down one way or the other. Looking on the walls themselves, the stones seem to be smoother. The strange looking images of what looks to be Ella Ugbo serving some sort of great dragon and burning villages down, evolving into what looks to be 13 champions following her into battle against even more demons, until finally it shows her in this elderly state, now sending off champions to fight these evil demonic creatures. And looking about this kind of strange diagram, or this strange transition of a painting all around you, up above you, you see what looks to be or an opening to the room that opens up into a platform or a room inside, where people seem to kind of viewing down at you lot. Many of them wearing different sigils of El Ugbo, those with the white hand, those with black with blood tipped, and those with the dragons and hourglass design. Kind of all standing up there gathering, many of them whispering and talking. And as they seem to mention or discuss, a voice kind of echoes out, as in common, though each of you hear it in your own native tongue, the voice speaks. And as it does, first it seems to shout out some sort of strange enchantment in a language none of you at first recognize. The words sounding foreign in your own tongue, as suddenly Kez, the bag is removed from you, the shackles are removed from the figure that was cloaked in the brown cloak, and Zek's own rope is kind of falls to the ground. And as it kind of goes quiet for a second, the entire room once again goes dark. The liquid below seems to dim for a second. The room up above seems to close as heavy bronze plates kind of drop down, enclosing the room away from you lot, and it seems to go in quiet peace for a moment, as you are all now left in this room to seemingly wait. Do you want to say anything, or now that you've been ungagged and released?
Kind of look over at Kez. I just go, "Hello, nice to meet you."
Hey, first time?
Uh, no, surprisingly.
Huh. It's
Are
mine,
you?
though. Huh.
Are
Yeah.
you Kez?
Uh, yeah.
Oh, I've met your friends before.
Oh, they leave a good impression at least?
And I saved their life, and then I moved on.
Oh. Well, I thank you for assisting my friends.
Of course.
If you ever need anything from me and we get out of this alive, please let me know and I'll do what I can.
Oh, of course. The same goes for you. May the grace of El Ugbo be with you.
And to you as well.
Both of you give me will saves.
Yep. I also need a will save. It's a non-magical effect.
Oh. These guys.
It's a thing. I
23.
can't turn it off.
23. Okay.
Let's see. 25.
Both of you find yourselves losing 2 points of HP as you feel a strange twinge in your head, like someone just drove a needle into it. As each of you say blessing to one another.
Ow.
What happened?
Oh, you're not. Oh, I see. We do not follow the same. Yes.
As you see, Kesnok's own sigil begins to glow on his hammer. The design of the dragons to either side of an hourglass, their fans holding it bloodied and human-like as the sand seems to turn. You also notice Faram's own chest engraving, as we'll call it at this point, begins to glimmer slightly in the same pattern, almost at the same time. Zek's body seems to almost glow as well, their eyes kind of glimmering with this white light. However, their own seems to appear as their holy sigil upon their neck kind of begins to flutter, and you see the white hands of the kite shield kind of beginning to show themselves. As you both see your mana beginning to almost react to each other.
That's strange.
I see.
I
You strayed from the path.
did as the mother guided.
You did as a mother guided, I'm afraid.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean.
Well, there's more than one of our god.
I know that.
And
but
your mark, not the same mark as mine. So clearly we're not.
The mark of my hammer is different from the mark of my shield. My shield bears the white hands.
As Kez goes to show, Kez, your shield now bears the same symbol as your hammer.
What? What is this? No.
You see the third figure kind of starts to crack his neck as he kind of brings up his arm and seems to kind of rotate his head around. Now looks over, or seems to turn his head slightly over towards Farum and goes, "Young lady," as he speaks in Draconic, goes, "Are you also a champion of the mother?"
No, I am not. I am under a pack of service with the one named Kez, and she'll kind of nod her head over towards Kez.
The three Kezes. The three.
Looking at it, kind of nods and kind of walks over to you as he kind of still fully cloaked in this heavy brown cloak that kind of covers his entire figure, other than the fact that he is massive as he walks up, dwarfing over you as he stands himself about 15 feet in height, about roughly 700 pounds, as he kind of looks down and kind of hands you what looks to be a small kind of emblem on a little neck chain and goes, "Wear this, and any oath you take will be or as long as you wear it will not be in effect. I picked it up in the closed-in territories when I did some work for some oracles."
Can I sense motive to see if he's telling the truth?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah. Someone has to do it. If Dom's not here, someone's got to do it.
I'm like, I want to trust people, but I know I can't trust people.
You also don't know who this person is, so...
Exactly. Oh, that would be
Kez is struggling right now, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be a 28, sir.
28. And what are you trying to gather for the sense motive?
If me wearing that like necklace that he gave me will in fact like it'll do what he says
Okay.
it will, and he's not trying to withhold any more information about what it does.
Uh, I can confirm, due to the fact of that I cannot roll higher than a 2 on my ability to bluff. He is fully being honest with you, and is not telling you at all a lie. And this is from his perspective and understanding. This is what the item does. I will note that as you look him in the eyes, Kev, with your sense motive, you get a sense of almost perfect innocence from this individual.
Oh well, that's. I mean, I guess she'll just nod and she'll like grab it and then put it on. I guess
As
she
you
has nothing to lose right now, I suppose.
Yeah, as you do, and you can add this for your notes for later, something I'll have to make after session. Add a necklace of the Pactless to your inventory. Pact as in like an actual like magic pact and list. As you watch, as you put it on, and your sigil on your chest disappears, though you do feel your body slightly weakening, something seemingly taking effect as the item begins to remove the effects of your oath. You feel the magical strain almost connecting you to Kesdenok, finally relieved, and the pressure upon you kind of lifted for the moment.
Well, that's good. At
Nice.
least you saw.
As Kez looks down at his shield and looks back, saying that. Go ahead, sorry, Kez.
Oh yeah, no. Kez is actually kind of Kez actually has mixed feelings right now. One, scared because somehow of course he on his path of worship has ch- dramatically changed apparently. Second, he's actually very glad that there was more people of the faith, because for the longest time he was under the impression that he was the last, that
Yeah.
everyone else had died, and that he was trying to rebuild the religion by himself. So he's
So
actually, despite the situation he's in, he's scared but kind of happy. There's probably some tears of joy coming out of him right now.
as you kind of cry slightly, still looking down at your shield and concerned, but also looking back up where the bronze design or sigil of El Ugbo, all three are now kind of showing where the people had been earlier standing. Um, the tall figure kind of seems to walk over between you and Zach Kez and kind of looks between the two of you, still completely cloaked in this heavy brown cloak, and goes, "So, you two are the opposites of each other. I guess that makes either the young lady back there a liar, or myself the third faction of this interesting situation. May I ask for either of you? You both look quite young. I assume you haven't served the lady in any wars or battles yourselves."
Not in any religious wars as of yet, besides Lithotara.
My lady bestowed upon me a vow of peace. I am not allowed to fight.
Fought in the Frost Dragonlands against Lithotara. That's where I started up a new church.
So you're the one who did that, huh? Looks kind
Yes, I will not hide.
Well, you're unfortunate and fortunate. Your church doesn't believe in you anymore. They believe in him, probably, as he nudges his head towards Zach. But it's good to know. So neither of you have been truly tested yet. Kind of grumbles at that, and you hear a slight mumble of something. You either of you, any of you who wish to try and decipher what he said, feel free to give me a listen check.
Oh, sure, might as well. Man, if I hadn't been tested yet, this is fucking crazy.
18 sense motive. Not sense motive. Listen.
That's what are his grumbles
I
evil?
sense motive your rumbles are the evil. They do sound like angry rumbles.
23.
23, okay.
Zek will not. If he's not saying it out loud, it was not to me. Zek is a very gullible person.
No, fair. Farum and Kez, you do hear him say, and she dared to toss me out into the giants, the demons, and the damn fucking fae.
Looks like this guy's salty.
As he looks between you. Oh, good.
I want to check. Am I like way shorter than both other Kez? Because I'm pretty sure I am.
Well, Kez, how
I'm
tall
9
are
feet.
you?
9.
You're 9 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I'm 8'6".
Yes. So you are the small one in comparison.
Incredible.
You know, Zach. It was only until a couple months ago that I bore your sigil. I didn't even know that mine had changed. But I'm glad that the people of I guess my former faith, regrettably, has found someone worthy enough to worship. Well, follow at least.
This is the first I've heard of a church that follows me.
Well, they
Philip,
follow the mother. Don't get it into your head. But I guess they believe in you more than they believe in me these days.
I more meant follow my example, but I understand. If we all survive, I can help you fix that.
You hear as the stone suddenly slams on the side of the wall as a hammer comes flying back to the tall figure's hands, and he goes, "Can we not pretend that we don't have to kill each other once we get out of here, as the mother demands it and has demanded it since it began?"
What?
I will kill no one, even to the end.
He turns and looks.
The gentleman in front of me bears it's the black hands with the red tips, right?
Correct.
I don't know. I was told by the mother to trust the people who bear your sigil.
Yes, because you were the one that were originally chosen to lead all of us, and your stupid and idiotic decision making has caused a divide amongst our church for the last 3 years that grew so intense that there's been literal and internal civil strife. I have killed hundreds of our own followers because of you and this, as he looks back up and down, pitiful excuse of a priest. Neither of you have done what the mother has asked of you, and I've had to continue fulfilling this role. I have wished to die for hundreds of years, but none of you have been capable enough of doing anything like you were told. And he looks over at Kez and goes, "You left for 3 fucking years. Do you know how many people died because of you? How many of our followers were forced to kill each other because of you and your beliefs? The demons have been running amok. The Zonde have nearly wiped out half of our people." And then you, as he looks over at Zach and goes, "You who chose pacifism and lead our people down a route of calm, quiet death. You don't deserve to wear the cloak that you stand to say you represent, and the sigil that you hold is nothing but the sign of your weakness. I am disgusted by both of you, and hope that whatever this event is, if it's one of your plans, I will see your death today." As he kind of sits down at the edge of the kind of circle in the center, looking down at the water for a moment, or green liquid down below, kind of slightly starting to come back with its glimmer, and kind of turns back and glares at both of you as he sits there, still sitting almost as tall as Zek.
Nonetheless, despite your anger at me, I'm glad to see that more of the followers of the mother are alive. When I was back on the mainland, I had been led to believe that there were none left, and that I was alone. So I'm sorry if my actions don't follow your tastes, but I did as the mother guided. I did as she told me to.
Kind of sneers at you slightly as you hear it under the cloak, still keeping his face almost completely hidden away. As you kind of take a second looking at this, the disturbance kind of seemingly getting the guards who seem to have been posted outside the two doorways to open up latches in the doors and look in at you lot for a moment, and seeing that nothing has happened, kind of closing them back up as the veil above begins to open slowly. As it
What is
does.
going to happen? No.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, I do not know why I'm here. And Zek, I don't believe you do either. What is our purpose of being here? What is with the vat of liquid?
And are you saying this to the cloaked figure?
Yes, because he appears he knows.
He just kind of looks at you and goes, I did not organize any of this. I don't know what's actually going on, and I don't know what that liquid is, other than the fact that it's got necromantic magics in it. It's Mesna mixed in with liquid. Fair, in the back has taken out their pipe. Sorry, good.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Is it just so? If I'm correct, is it just us three who bear the three sigils of El Ugbo, or are the other people around us bearing some similar symbols?
You three seem to bear, from what you can tell, Kaz. Oh, give me a spellcraft check, actually, Kaz.
Here we go again. +0, everybody. Let's
I will
rock and
say,
roll!
good news, Farum does not bear one of your marks. And that's what really matters now.
That is good. I did not. That whole deal was super accidental. 17.
17. So I will say that between you, the cloaked figure, and Zek, you all three seem to have a lot more divine magic and mana just kind of exuding from you. Each of you kind of giving off an aura that seems to naturally fight the others, and almost like like mixes of static electricity coming into contact with each other. It is kind of pushing and pulling on each other, trying to gain any advantage on as it kind of exudes out between the three of you. The figures that you saw kind of dropping that were above were wearing your sigils of each of the three different variations. However, none of them, from what you can sense, are giving off anywhere near half the amount of mana that's coming from the three of you.
Gotcha. Nonetheless, for what it's worth, which it's probably not that much, I apologize for being gone for 3 years. It was definitely not due to my wish.
Looks at you. He looks at you for a second. Stares you up and down. For a moment, his eyes glimmer for just enough for you to see as you see a golden color that seemed to kind of almost pierce through the darkness of the hood that covers his face completely. Cat-like in their design. It almost seems to pierce right through you. Give me a will save, Kez.
23.
Kez, what is your alignment?
Lawful good.
Kind of looks at you. Kind of turns his head back to Zek. And looks back at you, Kez. And then goes, the fact that you're not the man that you're supposed to be is everything that has caused the problem amongst the balance. What you did 3 years ago was cause me and Zek here to become the champions of our god when she split. She's not supposed to be split between 3 domains. I stand by her domain of slaughter and death. War, as it was, but properly it is slaughter and death. You are war and death, as he looks at Kez. You represent what came in the Clouded Age, I'd guess, and came before us. Well, actually, the Age of Fae is probably more accurate to be exact these days. Kind of like thinks as he looks over at Zek and goes, and he represents the lawful good version of our beliefs. Those who believe in peace through death, calmness and relaxation, kindness and respect. He is not a war domain like the rest of us, and neither is his faction. You caused the split, because our god, she is unique, one who has transcended beyond what is normal for divine beings. She's neither lawbearer nor primal. She is a being that transcends both and manages to manipulate the world in much more of a specific fashion. And from my own research, I believe she's involved with something of the gods of or the god that involved with magic itself, but I cannot confirm or deny that, as I did not research that myself. That was information I gained from a very helpful scholar I met in my youth. Now, my guess, as he kind of looks about the room, Given our magic doesn't work beyond this room, as they've come to gather us to either kill us or force us to kill each other. If I'm right, I will kill both of you without any hesitation. I believe the one in the back, the young lady there, is of ill consequence to the situation and will probably be spared or offered in sacrifice to whichever one of us ascends to champion.
I'm not fond of this idea. I didn't come here to kill another members of the faith.
He shrugs and goes, I've killed more of our faith than I've killed any other. But it looks like our audience is done watching us and listening. Something's coming as he looks up towards the opening where the bronze seems to have kind of pulled back once more to reveal a rather unique looking figure. As you recognize, pull my thing, Mitera, the White Hand, standing up there once more.
Mitra?
Yes. The same one you saw die 3 times now.
Yeah. Yeah.
As she looks down at each of you, she smiles as her eyes glimmer, her armor glittering in her slightly translucent figure, seemingly almost floating as the wind blows through the upper areas from the from the water beneath you. She smiles down, her smile seemingly glimmering as it does. She begins to speak in almost an angelic voice, which the DM cannot copy because the DM has very far from angelic voice here. And goes, you 3 represent our goddess in every true form. Zach, the one who shows us peace, kindness, respect for those who die, a loving embrace as the mother was taught to us in this age, a loving and kind individual. Many follow you for respect of your achievements. Many follow you for the respect of your kindness. None can doubt your piousness. She gives a warm smile, and you hear light clapping coming from above. Kind of looks over at Kez and goes, you represent Our Lady in her purest form, one who brought destruction and death to all, killing without concern, recognizing that the strong must serve and the weak must die underfoot. You seek nothing but to see our greatest achievements achieved, and us to expand further and beyond, dominating much of the known world. And no one can doubt your zealotry. She kind of pauses as many start to clap as well up above again.
Hez does not like this description.
Yes, it's kind of frowning as she continues to talk. I'm like, wait, no, hold up. It's like getting told by your boss.
I haven't done most of these things.
Like getting told by your boss, well, yeah, I'm gonna tell him how great you are, and you're getting like credit with all the shit that went wrong in the company and how you took charge, and you're like sitting there, wait, no, I don't want to be given all this credit. No, hold up.
It's like destruction. I established hospitals. I brought life. I was doing all that stuff. I've been on an island of mind flayers for 3 fucking years, fighting for my goddamn life.
She kind of looks over at the third figure, still cloaked as he is, and as he turns and kind of speaks, or she kind of speaks and goes, and he kind of speaks up and goes, don't bother. I know what I've done, I know what I am, and I serve the lady whether she wants me or not. And she kind of pauses and goes, as you wish, as she kind of gives a light bow. You 3 represent Our Lady in each of the eras that she has existed. Now we find ourselves in a time period where a choice must be made. A new threat has risen far to the east, one who goes with a bronze beard and a terrifying glare. He gathers many forces, recognizing our goals and plans of what we wish to do. But he is not the only threat that comes to intercede with us. The Zonde wish to gain their payback and vengeance for what we did in the Clouded Age to their family and those that followed them. And the Morans still seek their payback for what we took from them. The Age of Fae took much, but they wish what we have to be theirs once more. Each of you represents a route the church can go in. We request of you, as the followers of the Lady, the Mother, the Daughter of Destruction, to choose. You three must make a resolution. One that either involves peace between you all, or a choice of leadership for the church itself. But a decision must be made in these halls today. Should you choose violence, we ask that you cast the one slain down into the pit below, to be granted their final resting place with the other champions who have been given to the lady herself. Our magics will guide you to the afterworld that you are supposed to go to. And you will be expected to take the young samurai's life as sacrifice to Our Lady as well. Her life to empower the ritual.
Hey, yo, wait, what?
Suddenly the pipe smoker in the background's eyes go wide.
Wait a minute.
Smoke
Wait,
starts
wait,
coming out of Farron's nose and she's like coughing and hacking.
Wait.
As the lady continues on, Tara goes, and then the ritual will be complete. You'll be given the champion of our god's power, the guidance to her weapons and gifts, and you will be given the right to command your legions as we begin our holy crusade, as was ordered by the great champion before he left 3 years ago, as she kind of gives a side glance over at Kez with a little bit more anger than you probably think that was meant to be shown there, Kez, as you kind of see that.
Listen, I was the last one in the party who wanted to go to that fucking island for 3 damn years, alright?
As she kind of looks, though, between the three of you, and kind of, as Faram's kind of finishing coughing, getting the scorched nose feeling out, and catching her breath here, Mitra kind of stops and looks between the three of you once more and goes, we will be here to listen to you delegate. There is no escape but death or a decision be made. When you are ready, in unison, or with a singular voice remaining, declare that your decision has been made, and we will accept whatever you choose. The church will follow you, and my spirit will move on. As she kind of bows lightly and goes, knock on the door if you need food or water, and otherwise, we wish you the best, as the plates begin to kind of slowly descend with a creaking noise as no one's oiled them in years, and the ritual room is once again closed and quiet except for the swirling water below.
A discussion then. I can do that.
So it seems. Unbelievable.
Yes, Barum, would you like to take a second to kind of comment on your reaction as you see the other three kind of looking between themselves?
Well, with everything Farum has just gone, in the back of her mind, she's like, alright. My best chance of survival is backing this Zek guy. He seems like the one that will keep her alive. So, if it goes down, she's going to fight and kill and make sure Zek wins.
Man, that's fucked.
As Barum kind of like starts eyeing her sword and kind of like slowly moving closer to Zek. Not enough to be like noticeable, just to be in striking range in case. Alright.
I think a united front is better than us killing each other. Especially in the days to come, I think 3 decently well-equipped individuals will be better than just the one. And we all have our strengths.
I kind of eye the big guy to see how he feels about that. Fucking grizzled veteran over there.
As he kind of sits there, you see he has pulled out something, what looks to be this like long, kind of brownish looking cigarette, for lack of a better word. It's kind of thicker. As his hand kind of appears, both of you see his hands are kind of grayish colored, but the tip of them are black or kind of blackish, but where the fingertips are painted or are almost tattooed fully a bright red. Kind of lights it, and as it disappears within the shrouded cloak, just slightly making his eyes glimmer for a moment. He kind of looks at you both between the both of you with his, and takes a deep puff, takes the cigarette out, exhales, and goes. I don't believe Kesnanok here can abide by those terms of peace. I think his life needs to be forfeit regardless. Either needs to choose to unify and step up as the Grand Priest, or his head must be taken. I do not, from any accounts I have found of his prophecies, believe that he is capable of standing on equal terms with either of us. But you, Zek, you I have no worry of, as I know you can't kill me, and I know I could easily squish you if I so chose. So I offer a solution that is simple. I will make you Pope. I will stand as your head paladin and bodyguard to protect you, and I will kill Kesnanok to avoid him taking my life or the lives of those I care about.
Zach kind of stares for a second, ponders. Can we not lead to be better? Can we not lead Kesnanok to be better? All of us will be needed for what's coming. No two of us are going to win this war. We have far too many enemies for that.
It has been said that I am the representation of the Clouded Age, of at least the Ella Ugbo who was running around then. But I do not follow the domain of war. I am still of life, and I am of death. I think if you got to know me, you would know that I am not one to kill without reason, and I do not just take lives because I deem them a threat to my existence.
Do you not, as he pipes up, kind of like straightening himself, taking another hard puff, almost finishing half of the cigarette in one pull? I have seen your handiwork. Do you know how many have died at your hands? Patters? The Patter family who struck our entire church and nearly killed half of us? Because of you? Because you killed one of their fucking children and then let their dog escape like a moron? You know how many innocent lives
died? I did not kill Patter. Patter died to a Lithotara giant.
Tell that to their family who blamed you. They found no giant. There was no proof of any member of Lithotara's involvement in that situation. All that was shown through scrying and investigation, even by our own church, was that you struck the blow and took his life. After your friend Ned tried to cast some spell to make him faster, you cut him down. You then let the Morans into our church and into our hospitals. You let the Morans kill and take half of our people. That is what I know of you, Kez, and that is why I do not believe you to be capable. And even if you wish to dissuade this, you leave us for 3 years. And you wish to tell me that we should let you go on with your existence being a threat. People will raise banners in your name, and your lack of foresight shows the inability to exist without people using your life as basically a buoyancy to push their own power and agenda. And you will do nothing about it, but vanish again when everyone needs you. Why should I even think that you weren't something of lacking, someone who's trying to destroy the Church of El Ugbo from within, given your swinging beliefs?
Destroy the church. I'm the one who started to bring it back. It was gone. It was nothing. I put in the work. I got the hospital going. I'm sorry I had to leave. I didn't want to. I was stuck on that island of mind flayers for 3 damn years, struggling through the Underdark. I didn't want to be there, but I had no way out.
Yes.
I should have died multiple times, but it was only by the grace of the mother that she allowed me to keep going, so that I could be here today
And
to
that
continue bringing on her
grace,
message to the world.
that grace cost us everything. A few months ago, you called upon her blessing. You know what happened when you did that? He kind of starts to stand up.
The dragon.
No, not just the dragon. That church, that hospital you set up, the Zonde struck it. They killed 200 people. A plague popped up. Call a dragon lord capable of taking on Movasi himself, revived, shouting your name as well as the rest of your party, and then set to almost burning half of King's End down with a surprise attack from the dead that were left out in the forest to rot. Not to mention the Patters, as I mentioned, killing half of us. Your mother also got us in even more trouble. Your bloodline is nothing but a curse on us. You are nothing but a curse to bring back cataclysm, to bring back destruction, a law that doesn't even belong to our church. And you bear its mark, carry its hammer, and you show nothing but teeth.
I do not bear the mark of cataclysm.
He smiles at you and goes, the shield is a design from when Our Lady served the god of destruction and cataclysm before she rose. That's what the symbol means. Destruction and ultimate death.
I did not choose this mark. Up until now, I thought I still worshipped the White Hand.
Yes, because you look like the peaceful type given your own party members and what they've been noted to do. You bring nothing but destruction and death where you go. I see no reason to pity your life.
What have you done? All I hear is that you've just been killing multiple of our own people who could have helped since I've been gone. All you do is slaughter.
Yes. Pulls out his little urge hammer and kind of looks at it. You should the symbol, his own holy symbol, kind of engraved onto the side of it. Little markings of little scratches on the side of the faces of it, where you count almost 1,000. As you quickly glance over it, he looks at it and kind of lays it to you, and goes, "I've killed 1,242 members of our church that have turned against our belief, and used our blessing to kill and wreak havoc on the innocent. I fought with the lady when she represented destruction itself because I thought that she believed in death. I saw her husband, her love, be turned against her, and her turn against him, dissuading him, putting nothing but disillusion into our group, and her sacrifice of all but me. I always survived." Kind of walks up to Kez and gets right up into Kez's face, kind of leaning down as the strong scent of ale can kind of be smelled on his breath as he gets into your face, and you see the half troll, half mountain giant appearance almost immediately come forth as his face kind of comes out of that cloak, and he gets into your eye level and goes, "You ask who I am?" As he kind of spittles slightly onto your face. "I'm you in 3,000 years. The champion that doesn't fucking die because everything is broken by followers and who are inconvenient, inconsistent, and inconsiderate. Zek is the greatest hope we have for our belief. You are me when I made the mistake of signing up for this goddamn church and choosing a different belief. You want to know why you thought you were a member like him of the White Hand? Do you want to know the great loving joy of our goddess and how much she enjoys fucking with her members? Allow me to explain how I too was a White Hand before she made me kill our own. Before she made me watch them, sacrifice them. Watch children born of her blessing be cut down in front of me because I had to prove my loyalty. I'm you, Kez. Exactly what you're going to become if you continue down the path you're going. and without the redemption that you're never going to see because Our Lady does not care about us. She wants power. She only served destruction because it gained her that. Like you and I, she gained power from her blessings. And when she lost it, she got angry. And she rose and made her own power. Kind of profession therapist, maybe.
Yeah, I
go.
don't question they're both of them.
No, it kind of continues and goes, and when it came to, she lost everything, the age vanished, and we continued on. She chose to use us again, champions to fight wars, to slay Mornin Zonde. I've killed hags, I've killed Buffoni, slauds, I've killed demons. All who are innocent, Kez. All like you, who worshipped our God and thought she were their savior. And what did she reward me with? As he kind of turns and starts to walk over back to where he was sitting. This! Watching my loved ones perish, my children be offered to her in some sort of hope for a blessing as their lives and innocence was taken from them in front of me at the same fucking time. As he spits down into the green water and kind of looks back at you. And immortality to watch it all. So forgive me if I judge your 3 years abandoning our faith harshly as someone who's lived through the worst parts of it. As he sits back down, glaring at you.
That will be different.
Kind of chuckles. Sure. Prove it then. Give me a resolution that doesn't involve me killing you, and that proves that you are better than me. As I was too once a family man, a kind man who cared. Show me. Show me cynicism hasn't taken hold of your soul after what you've seen today, and what you will see today. Prove to me that you're a better man than Zek. As he kind of glares at Zek.
I don't think I am a better man than Zek. Zek hasn't taken life. That much is true. And I think for that reason, he is better than me. I will take life, if it means helping others. I cut the cords of life before they are meant to be done. And I do that to make sure those who don't deserve death, as of yet, see it. And those who have been injured and are on the brink, I do what I can to strengthen their cords. I'm not going to pretend that I'm any better than Zek. Zek is a good man. I'm just a man.
As you pause and kind of take a moment, the older gentleman kind of looks at you and kind of gives us a very tired look and a sigh as he kind of glances at you and goes, "You've done nothing but prove what I believed correct, the same as me. Now, I stand that we kill Kezenok and make Zek my pope and the pope of the church to lead us in a proper crusade. That's my vote, and I will not kill Kezenok out without an agreement, as the mother will probably cut me down if I try to slay her champion without at least a choice being made, given as he kind of looks around the room. The situation we're in is kind of notices Farum kind of testing one of the handles, jiggling it slightly as trying to get it out.
I do not wish my newfound compatriot Farum to die this day.
I would prefer if all three of us worked together. As I've stated, all three of us have our strengths that'll probably be useful for the coming crusades.
He looks over at Zach and goes, "What say you, young priest? This man who is everything that goes against your belief stands and has caused more death for our followers, our believers, and the innocent than any other. Wishes for peace, kindness, and equality. What say you?"
That kind of melts into a soft smile. The lady's job for me was to be a teacher for those that come after. It is my job, and yours, in a roundabout way, to guide other followers to follow the faith correctly if that can be fixed. Yes? We can't be wasting followers. We can't be wasting people. Is it not proper to at least try, just once, if his path is so wrong, to guide Kez on the proper path, to help our people?
Kind of looks between two of you. Give me a diplomacy check with that.
Sure.
Man, I wish I could roll diplomacy. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but that's the convincing thing. Also, this guy has the reason to hate you specifically, given his backstory.
He doesn't like you. That's what's the matter.
Given the guy's he just told you, you can kind of see why. You know, it's a personal issue. Also,
Apparently, someone's been spreading lies about Kez.
which isn't the first time.
Well, I got good news. I'm really good. That's a 41. That's a
41, nice. Kind of gives a nod. The war coming will see us leading champions of all sorts. If Keznanok is to live, I am to die, as he glares at Kez. For the shadow cannot exist if there are two, for the sun only ever casts one. The mother cannot have three champions. One of us must choose to be the one to lead, whether we wish to live or not, as he glares at Kez still kind of handling his hammer, though sitting down.
Why must one of us lead? The mother is of three. We are of three. Should we not work together and band as one so that she is one once more?
He slams his hammer into the stone spell circle with an immense smack as the ground shakes, and he kind of glares at you and goes, "That is why we are here in the first place with this issue. Why we are hunted is all hate us, because there is not a unified view. If we shall serve the mother, the lady, the Ashen One, we must stand by her. One of these titles, the daughter, the lady, or the mother. We must choose. If we do not, we will continue to be at odds and fall as we have now. Our members down to only a select few amongst the higher ranked adventurers of the world." This kind of gives a glare at Keznanok.
Keznanok.
Hmm.
Do you truly believe, if you were to lead, that you would do us right? Because if one of us leads, any of us, and we fail, that will be the end of our people. If you truly believe you can, then I have no problem with this arrangement. I just need you to be honest with me.
From the beginning, I used to think that I knew what was right. That I could do no wrong. Not that I could do no wrong, but that everything that I did was for the right purpose. All I want is for the dead to stay dead, and for the living to continue doing so. That is what I set out on my adventure doing. But it appears I have been bitten by an unlucky bug. Although I would like to say that I could confidently lead our people to victory and for triumph and for a peaceful life. I think that if I took the reins, the powers that be would do everything they could to stop. So although I do not like to relinquish what I assumed I would had to have been doing by bringing our religion to a new era, Zek, I think you would be the better person to lead. I know that you are of a peaceful nature and that you do not like shedding blood. I know that I will probably push for some bloodshed as the war is upon us. And I will assist you in construction of hospitals and healing. But I just don't know if I can anymore. I don't think I can be the white hand that I once thought I was.
I see. So, you wish me to lead, and you would have me Pope, as I look to the grizzled man. Is that the resolution you both wish for?
He looks at you and goes, "If you're made Pope, the prophecy declares that me and Kesnanak will be dead. I do decree that you should be."
I look to Kez to see if hearing he's going to die changes his mind. You're positive, Kez.
I kind of look at Zek with a sorrowful gaze. As long as the faith continues. My life is worthless.
If that's what you wish, I'll try my best not to let anyone else down. I will not fight your decisions if you're both unanimous in this.
He nods.
One of you will be my blade. I will be the healing. And I'll do my best to lead our.
As you say this, the old man looks at you and goes, "Oh no. Your way won't see either of us. I wasn't kidding. If you succeed, our powers are gone. My life is gone, my immortality's given up. His," he looks over at Kez, "future is given up. There is no blade at your hand. The lady will choose, or the mother will be chosen, who will be pacifist and stand as a peaceful resolution. That is what her belief was, and will always stand by."
Wait a minute, then what are we supposed to do with the murderers on our doorstep? Who's going to kill us all to the man?
He smiles at that and goes, "Sometimes, young man, some things need to die."
My path would be me making allies to do the fighting for us, Kesnanok. We would be the healers.
That is not right. To have others die in our stead? We should be on the front lines. doing our own fighting, our own dying.
He
We
slams.
help others who can't help themselves.
He slams his hammer down again onto the floor and looks at you and goes, "Enough! Either you choose here and now to allow them to be killed to the man as is expected." He glares at Kez, kind of standing up once more, and goes, "Or you choose to stand against us and try to rise as you wish, and we will take your life here and now. Make your decision, Kez. I'm tired of this agonizing over the choice of our church. Our beliefs have been cemented. Stand by yours or die without them."
Zek, I know I haven't been the best, but I know you to be a man of a good heart. Say if I were to lead, would you stay at my side and make sure I do not go astray?
As long as I draw breath, as long as I'm here, I'll keep you alive and keep you on the right path. But that is up to your resolution if you think you can keep to it.
Then I will stand as a defender of life and death until mine.
Man, the kind of gentleman kind of stands up, wafting his hammer about as he glares at you and goes, "I will not strike Zek down, but you will die then, Kesnonok." As he begins to, and he is going to charge at you, Kez. Give me an initiative roll, everybody.
I have a quick question, DM.
Yes.
I'm still, there was no long rest. I'm still at the HP I was at.
Yes, correct.
Correct? Okay, sweet. Yeah, I just want to make sure I knew that. Okay, cool.
Oh, I'll fix that on my turn. Don't worry.
All right. I was like, before I
Okay.
grab my dice. All right.
You guys something special.
16.
16.
25.
Okay. Oops.
Let's see something real special.
So let's get this right. We're now in a fight about because Hezbont is like going to try to take up the mantle to be the leader, right?
Correct.
I don't like that personally, seeing as how his group puts people into packs of service, and he's like, "Oh, my people should be the ones fighting and dying." I'm one of those people, bitch.
Yeah,
I have a pack of service.
The thing is, you are not of the faith.
Oh, that's true.
I'm not sending you out to die.
I don't believe you.
Hey,
you
so
don't. You haven't.
I don't know.
put up
I
that
don't.
proof.
I'm pretty sure as soon as I accidentally got you, I made it pretty clear my stance, and you sense motive me.
It's true.
So
You did.
do you guys like -5 to initiative? We out here.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
I think because like I'm a healer, I should go last, so I took a flaw to make my initiative go negative.
It's alright. I crit on my my initiative, so that's gonna be the only crit I get tonight. So
Oh,
hell yeah.
I'm calling it now. I beat Ferrum by 1 because it was Ferrum. You got 25. Kez, you got 17. You said.
Sure.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. All right. So yes, I beat Ferrum by 1, which means I am up first with Gorham, the Ashen Veiled one. And I am about to give a taste of my adamantine great hammer called Ashfang. So, Kez, I'm gonna have to say, I can't charge you because one of my flaws, but I'm gonna walk up to you and smack you 3 times.
That's nice.
Now, good news is, my hit gets worse each time. So it's a 36 for the first one.
Mhm.
34 for the second one. That was supposed to go down. Oh, it did. Okay. And then a 27 for the last.
The first 2 hit. The last one does not.
Fantastic. All right.
At least it doesn't crit on 19.
Right. Nope, I do not. Oh, actually, hold up. Do I? You know what? I didn't catch that. Give me a second.
I know Warhammers only have a 20, but I don't know if your weapon is
No, I'm
20.
checking my flaws to see if feats to see if I picked up a feat to extend it. I did not, sadly. Okay, perfect. All right, cool. So nope, it's just going to be the 2 hits of a total of 28 points of magical bludgeoning damage. And this is adamantine for DR purposes.
I don't have DR anyways.
Ah, okay, perfect. As you feel one after another the hammer smacking into you, as you watch though, Kez, you do notice he seems to cast some spell recognizing smite evil, smite good upon his weapon, and as he begins to cast it, the spell seems to dissuade and dissipate almost immediately upon his hammer, almost negating the entirety of the magic spell or spell's effect. As you only feel the bludgeoning of the weapon itself. Kind of looks down at you for a moment with a look of concern and surprise in his face as his hood kind of pulls back and you see the shaved head and kind of really rugged appearance of this mountain giant half mountain troll to be specific, as he looks down at you ending his turn. Puffing as he is from exhaustion, Farum, you're up. As you watch the large individual kind of swing 3 times, the third swing as he's breathing heavy, Farum, he seems to miss easily as Kez kind of dodges, knocking the blow aside.
I guess she'll just she'll approach him and swing at the hooded figure then.
All right, perfect. What's your movement? Actually, no. With that, where I had you last. No, you are within striking distance. No matter, even if you have 10 feet, you're good.
All right. For her katana, that will be a dirty 20 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, rep fighting. She'll swing with her wakizashi. That will be a 21 to hit.
That also does not hit.
She's already roughed up, Doug. and then
Uh-huh.
And then her second attack with her katana, which will miss with a 19.
Ouch. Yep. As you swing 3 times, you end up smacking into the shield on the individual's back as you see the cloak kind of tear away to reveal this heavy plate kind of covering his chest. A massive shield on his back, kind of bearing the same as his holy symbol as you look him up and down. Just pulling up my item list in case there's anything specific. Yes, my blackened full plate, each etched with marks from the battlefield, and then my heavy steel shield on my back. I will mention something that catches your eye is he is wearing a short cloak that was definitely designed for someone of your size, kind of that's stuck on his shoulders and barely goes down a quarter of his back. That seems to glimmer, as well as seems to have a very large bag at his belt. That's kind of glimmering with what you see as magical runes. As you kind of cut apart this cloak that he was wearing. But alright. And that ends your turn, I assume, for attacks?
Yes.
Perfect.
That is all she can do.
Kez, you got this giant ogre of a man standing over you, beating you with a hammer, as you manage to just catch his last blow, but something seems off with his magic casting. What would you like to do?
So I am unsure if our magic in general is being stifled right now.
You want to give me a spellcraft check?
Yes, please.
Or knowledge arcana? I'll take either. All
right. Please tell me one of them is slightly better. Knowledge arcana is better. Dirty 20.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice. As you take a look, you do notice his holy sigil around his neck, his necklace of it, is no longer glimmering. Unlike the one of the sigil upon your shield and your chest, as well as the one on Zek. Seemingly, from what you can tell, or the god or your goddess has spoken and taken his magic.
That is very sad, actually.
Until you take 28 points of bludgeoning damage to the face.
I know, but even still, someone who has been whose powers been taken away by the same god. It's kind of like I understand, but it is still sad to see someone abandoning the faith.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
as
you know,
kind of
you're one of those villains. Okay.
Villain.
This
Okay,
is
so you're one
when
of
Kez
those-
finally starts his villain arc officially. He's been like amateur. This is what's gonna finally kick him off. It's like he sees this guy who was his god's champion thrown away.
Well, he kind of. I mean, we were told that to be fair, he went against the decision of the majority.
Well, technically, you were the one that backed out first because he was down with the deck being it, and then you're like, well, actually, no, I don't want.
I didn't want it. I mean, to be fair, the decision wasn't final, and we've thus made it so.
Hey, listen, I get you're a villain, dude. I understand. A villain goes back on their word. It makes sense. You're good.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
No worries.
I'm just over here giving you a thumbs up as she calls you.
Don't worry. Despite you pissing me off, I'm not going to send you to your death.
Just quick kick off the sign.
That's some villain talk right there. That's some villain talk. I'm telling you.
You can't do it.
Not to act like it, but he is.
Please, I don't want to. I don't want to be Hawken again. Please, I don't want to go through this again.
Keeps happening.
And I don't want my character to die.
That's fair. Let's see what you got.
All right. This guy probably has a massive freaking fort save. I can see it in my mind's eye.
You won't know until you try.
Yeah, but am I gonna waste a level 5 spell to see? No. I'll just swing normally with my hammer.
Okay.
And then I'll do some more search into the spells. And to my next turn. Alright.
Swing. About a swing.
So I'm actually for the first turn, since I'm not gonna move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my first action to change the size of my hammer from medium to large.
Okay.
So that I'm using the large table.
Mm-hmm.
And now I roll to hit. And now it's time to do a little bit of math, because I got a lot of pluses here and there.
Yeah, your item's got some mess to it. This is about to be bad.
Uh, 29.
29 does hit.
Fantastic.
As my shield is currently on my back.
All right. So that is okay. Let me actually roll the. Let me pull up the hammer again. Okay, so first it is a D12.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is 12 of the bludgeoning from the hammer.
Okay.
And then a 3 electric.
All right. That's not nice.
I need. What was it? I need a fort save because of the poison on the hammer.
Oh, I'm immune to poison.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still see the fort save?
Sure, if you want.
Okay, plus 16. Good lord. Okay.
All right, is that all?
And then I think what was it? I saw something
No.
else.
He's got something else planned. Here it comes. The kicker.
Cause what is it? What is this from? No, it's not the chlorium. Because I'm trying to read, because it says under damage, it's like the 1d8 chaotic or evil, but I'm not sure where that's coming from on the weapon.
Sorry, say that again.
When you're looking at the
Mm-hmm.
Orcusi Arbiter Hammer of Law, under like the damage, it's like the 1d12, the d6, the d8 for poison, and like the d8 for chaotic or evil.
Yes.
But I'm not sure where I can't find on like the description where that d8 is at, that d6 is actually coming from.
That's
Is
from
that
the
just
mark of
the weapon?
the weapon itself, yeah, because it's an inherently chaotic evil weapon.
Gotcha.
And I will say, evil damage does work on me.
All right, so I will roll that d8 then.
Sounds good.
2.
Yeah, okay. Fantastic. Well, you hit me hard, and that's your first hit.
Yes, I technically have I have enough was it base attack for a second hit, so I guess I will do
I
that.
mean, you should know
Yeah.
it. You should have your listing for it.
Yeah, I do. It's only a +1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be 5 lower than your last swing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a 6 base attack, so there's the 1. So we'll see if I can make this one. Let's see here. Uh, 25.
25. That does just barely meet.
Oh. Wow.
Yep.
Alright.
You got that fucking dog in you today, man. Come on, you got this. Let's go.
I got that dog in me.
It's time.
All right. For the bludgeoning, we've got 14.
14.
And
Okay.
then the 6 electric.
Okay.
Poison doesn't matter.
Nope.
And then a 5 on the extra chaotic or evil damage.
Got you. By the way, yes, I did confirm. Thank you, Lev. Is right. The evil or chaotic is just for the DR, so that's why. But
Gotcha.
yes, perfect. Okay. As you slam your hammer in one after another, you see as waves of mana seem to kind of explode out as you see your goddess's power kind of seeming gleaming into each blow. The symbol upon your shield is slowly changing, Kez, as you see it starts to flicker and shift back to the black hands with bloody fingertips as the individual in front of you's own holy symbol begins to change into the draconic format itself.
Interesting.
Do I want to be the guy of slaughter? I don't know if I want. Oh well. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I think it's arguably better than what you're currently under.
Right? Does that end your turn, Kez?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was gonna say because you didn't move. Oh yeah, because okay, got you. No worries. All right, perfect.
Yeah. First action. Yeah, you got it.
All right, Zek, you're up.
Well, it's time. With a sorrowful gaze, because someone has to die this day, I'll start murmuring a prayer as I will cast twice, because I'm not moving. Mass Cure Moderate Wounds.
Okay. On who?
On both Kez and Farum.
Okay. God damn it.
With those two together, they will heal for 64 points of damage.
A piece?
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Fuck.
I'm a good healer. It's all I do.
Back
Thank
and
God.
full, baby.
I mean, I'm a little over half now. Thank goodness.
Don't worry, I can do that again. I can do that
God
turn.
damn it, Zek.
I'm not so afraid of dying in one attack now. Thank goodness.
You were the chosen one, Zek. God damn it.
I'm being the chosen one.
That's fair.
I'm helping.
All right. Does that end your
no.
turn as you heal? Okay.
Yeah.
As your hands kind of glow and as you say a silent prayer or a quiet prayer, you feel as the healing magic kind of glimmers and glows across over towards Farum and towards Kesnanok as the wounds begin to close, bloodied lips begin to seal, and Gorham, as he looks on in anger, continues to stare and as he prepares himself for another barrage of attacks. However, as we go back up to the top of the initiative, and because I have decided that I'm not going to hold back now that I see someone's going to fucking heal him,
What?
I'm gonna beat the living crap out of Kez with power attack on all 3 of my swings, and I can do 6 swings around.
Oh,
Nice.
he was trying to be nice.
Well, to be fair, he thought that Kez was a wuss and was taking this in as an easy win, and now he sees that he can heal and is not going to hold back. So I'm going to add a +10 to my damage for a -5 on all of my attacks. I'm
It was
also
nice knowing you, villain Kez. It was nice knowing you.
going to activate Ash Fang's ability and double my attacks.
I'm gonna hug you so much, Matt.
Don't worry, Ken. My single target healing way better than my area healing.
It's true. All right, Kez. So this will be
I didn't hear no bell.
We're gonna do these one after another. So there's gonna be 6 of these in total. Prepare yourself. First one's an 18. Oh, ouch.
Miss.
Oh, fair. Don't worry, we can keep going. Maybe not.
Oh,
Shit.
roll a 1. Just for
Man.
sequential rolls.
Ooh.
Miss.
All right, we're back on to the second round. 25.
3, 2, 1. Rolls.
Miss.
Shit.
Damn.
It's about to get worse.
Oh, well.
Miss.
All right, this is it. Give me the crit. Give me the crit. Come on. Come on. Oh, you motherfucker.
Damn!
One after another,
I
Kez
locked
takes
in.
blow after blow, smacking them aside with his shield as anger from this individual kind of glares as he just stares down at Kez. His cheeks beginning to glow red, spittle coming from his mouth as he starts to swing, huffing heavier as he is seemingly losing his breath. He angrily continues to slam his hammer against Kez's shield, deflected one after another. All right, good work, Kez. Fucking Jesus.
Good Lord.
You gotta respect it. Farum, as you watch barrage after barrage hitting Kez over in the side as his hand and arm are looking numb as he takes the blows. What would you like to do? Sorry, Kez, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I've ever been.
Right.
This is the luckiest I've ever been.
I guess she will attack the guy that's attacking Kez.
All right. Stab me.
Get that flank.
I dare you. You do get +2 for flanking.
All right, that'll be a plus. Okay, that'll be a 30.
30 hits.
And then I'll do with my Wakizashi. That'll be an 18.
18
For
misses.
30.
Oh, for 30 what?
For 34 plus the 2, so 36.
Oh,
And I
so-
crit
yeah,
on
that hits.
17 to 20.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
That'll be a crit.
It's what
And
this
then another attack with her katana.
Uh-huh.
That will be a 16 plus. For a 27 to hit.
27. All 3 hit.
Incredible. Right.
Can't wait for you to cut off the head of this dude behind or right in front of Kez.
Oh, that's great. That's not so great. That's also not so great. That'll be 17 for the first one.
Don't forget for your crit, you do need to roll to
Oh, to confirm. Roll to confirm. Yes, you're completely right.
because you need to see if you're guaranteeing to hit or not. But I'll take the 17 damage real quick.
That will be a 19 plus
Plus what?
plus the 9. It's gonna be like a 27 total.
18
Yeah, it'll be
plus
a
9. Okay. Yeah, that hits. So yeah, you get the confirmed crit. So you do
Thankfully,
get the damage. Good.
Thankfully, my Wakizashi doesn't do as much damage, so.
It's alright. I'm fat. I'm fine.
And that'll be 20 damage from the Wakizashi.
I'm still fine.
Ta-da. And that'll be 18 for the last katana hit.
18. Alright. Fuck me. I'm okay. I'm spitting up blood pretty heavily, but I'm okay. As you start slicing into him, you watch as he seems to be kind of puffing every time he swings at you, his hammer slamming against your shield. you hear as these blades in the background kind of going to work as the clang of metal behind him, as Farum, being kind of not a dainty lady by any means, but this is a mountain giant mixed with a mountain troll. This dude is big and wide. He's pretty much swallowing up her entire figure behind him as he suddenly starts coughing blood up onto you as it splatters across your face and your armor, glimmering with magic as you see it does. You can feel the lady's presence almost seemingly in the room as this battle continues.
I mean, I definitely am very glad. Like, I'm actually. I mean, I'm a little surprised. I expected Aram to be a decent fighter, but she's definitely proving to me that it was definitely a good call to bring her on. At least at the request and the what would you say? What's the word? Recommendation.
Mm-hmm. A boot ball?
Yeah.
A
boot fall. Yes.
To those watching from behind, so being Zek and Farum try here, she kind of carves in as her cuts go in, a little crane symbol kind of onto the back of the neck of this guy.
Fucking Zorro type.
Signs their name. Yeah. Exactly. She can't sign her name because that goes against the clan, but crane makes him remember who was here.
That's hilarious.
She is.
Fucking Mark of Zorro type shit.
Someone's gonna find that body and be like, Neff was here.
Exactly. Farum, that's your full attack, so any swift or intermediate actions that you want to run?
No, sir. I am good where I'm at.
Alright, as you look on with a satisfied look, seeing the crane just starting to bleed as you finish the cuts. A professional cutting, as you will. Only the greats can make it so that way they get the cuts in before the wound bleeds. As we jump over to Kez, who's being coughed on by this tall man. And, again, not the most pleasant feeling to have blood kind of streaking down your cheek when it's not yours.
All right. Since I will not be moving, my first action will be to cast Righteous Might.
Ooh.
This spell causes you to grow, doubling your height and multiplying your weight by 8. This increase changes your size category to the next larger one, and you gain a +8 size bonus to Strength, and a +2 size bonus to Constitution. You gain a +2 enchantment bonus to your natural armor. You gain damage reduction 3 evil if you normally channel positive energy, or damage reduction 3 good if you normally channel negative energy. The next line is just if you're casting it, if you're 12th level, 15. And then a lot of it is just, all equipment, like basic and large spells stuff after that.
Perfect, okay. As you start to grow larger, and start, turn Super Saiyan here.
To 18 feet tall, or at least the minimum size of what huge would be, I guess.
Fuck. Yep, now I'm looking up to you now, great.
So Kez is, has a bundle of Righteous Might. And Kez, will now, modify his temporary attributes.
Yep, and you always gotta have him in your temp stuff, I feel it.
Hit him with a huge weapon. Show him what for.
Try me. I am the huge weapon. That's what all the ladies in the brothel called me.
Well, you just said you're shorter now, so I don't think that's true anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Kez has evolved from a femboy to a himbo.
It's
Only
not
temporarily.
It's true. The twink becomes the honor. Though the prophecy foretold. I'm sorry.
From twink to twonky rises.
Does that fix my sheet now? No, okay. I'll just think of it in my mind, because it essentially just brings it up by 2. Alright.
All the
Overall
temp thing
okay.
does is it gives you what
Because
the
I
new
need to do
modifiers
health.
are, so that way you know to add that when you go do your skill checks.
Yeah, because I did the temper tribute, but it didn't change on my actual sheet.
Correct, because all it's doing is telling you what the modifiers are with your new temp stats. It doesn't auto-calculate it across the rest of the sheet. So that's just to make it easier for you to add it.
Yeah.
Because
Because I know it's on the character sheet, it shows the basic and then the temporary, but it doesn't change when you actually modify the temp attribute to the top of your sheet.
Correct.
If only. Okay. Then let us begin. So in my second action, I will attack.
Try me!
Does my hammer now do huge?
If that's what the spell says.
The spell
I know
says your
all of my equipment increases in size to
so
match.
yes.
Then yes, that's your answer.
So yeah.
So from
Your
1d12, what does that move? What's the next?
2d.
What's your weapon type? Or what's your weapon?
It's
Warhammer?
the Warhammer, but you have it because
Alright,
right
give me a
now
second.
its large status is
Yeah,
doing
that's
1d12.
Well, yes, because they follow. Normally, it's 2d6 in the case of large. So in this case, it would be 1d18 for yours.
1d18.
Yeah, or 3d6.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm
Not a
honestly fine
D18.
with either. Yeah, you know. In Tori, it's d18.
Gambling. Roll the
If you,
roll the big die. Believe in the big die.
Yeah.
yeah, if you happen to have a D18
A D18 on
hand,
standby.
yeah, go crazy with it, you know.
All right.
We gotta keep weird die. I keep a D2 on standby.
Still have my caltrops on standby just in case. I've carved numbers into them to make it more interesting.
Oh, nice.
Cars roll natural ones quite often.
Does a 35 hit?
No. Yeah, of course it does.
I have to ask. You
No, yeah,
always
fair.
ask when it's super obvious when it hits us, okay?
You know what? Fair. It's fair.
All right. And 4 damage.
4 damage? Oh, thank God. Alright, fantastic.
No. Oh, come on now. All right. 21 for just the base bludgeoning.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least the magic bludgeoning. Now we go back to all normal damage.
Okay.
If only that increased too. All right, so we've got 6 electric,
Oh, shoot. You know, not bad, not bad. Okay.
and then 7 of the chaotic or evil.
How would you like to do this, kid?
Oh crap. Okay. I think how I. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kez is with his newfound size
Mm-hmm.
doing this. He's going to one hand on the shoulder, like left hand on his shoulder, gonna kind of step aside and kick like the legs down so he's like kneeling and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of just holds for like just the briefest moment, because this is a servant of Ella Ugbo, but in the end he's gonna kill me or I him. And the hammer comes down.
Okay. As Kez growing in size, and looks down at the guy as his hammer comes swinging at Kez, the shield catching it to the side, pushing it away. Kez's leg kicks out, slamming into the inner knee of the guy. As it immediately buckles with a loud crunch, you watch as the old man falls to his knees, squealing out with pain as Kez then looks down at him for a moment with contemplation, a concern as the blood kind of streaks down from his eye, from where the guy had coughed onto him. And as the hammer just comes down hard, like Thor with a thundering roar, lightning flashing through the sky, you see as the hammer slams hard and you hear a thud as, boom, he seems to kind of take the hit, the head kind of bending in an awkward angle as the skull kind of seems to slightly indent from the hammer's blow, and the body slightly starts to go limp and kind of begins to slowly tilt and fall off the side of the platform into the water below. As you hear cheering from above, Kez looking up, and as you see a crowd of Ella Ugbo worshippers wearing, once again, a strange symbol, Kez, of the same as the symbol upon your hammer, the symbol of the Orcusai. And as they seem to kind of chant your name, chanting Ella Ugbo alongside, you hear them roaring for you. You and Zek both see as the room seems to kind of quiet and fade. Poor Ferrum, who has no idea what's going on, watching this happen, kind of in the background here. As after the body kind of slides off, kind of still thinking that everything's fine, as listening to the cheering. But Kez and Zek seem to almost kind of stand up straight, their eyes going clear from your point of view, Ferrum.
Oh, dang. I was going to be like, Zek, let us pray
As
for our fallen.
Yeah, as you get ready to say this, to you, Kez and Zek, it looks like everything's fine. You're standing there still. The actions happen as you see him. But as the crowd cheers, as Ferrum kind of looks at you, Ferrum seems to smile at you, Kez, and like slam you on the back, cheering your name on. Suddenly, something feels weird, as that's definitely not the relationship you two had prior to this situation.
Yeah, for a little bit ago, this person looked at me as I was the embodiment of like evil or something.
And as suddenly, as the image, Ferrum kind of seems to kind of clap you on the back, kind of staying off to the side, you look over again to make eye contact with her, and she disappears, no longer there. Only you and Zek standing there as an older woman comes walking in, heavy plate of black and metal kind of on her, a couple of swords at her hips, 2 scimitars to be specific. The symbol similar to the marking on the hammer of that Kez carries, and steps forward, her long hair kind of silvered and flowing as it does. She smiles between the two of you and goes, "My sons, you have chosen a righteous path. I give my blessing to both of you for what you choose to do, what you have chosen to lead. But I do unfortunately come bearing horrible news. The Gloom Dragons to the east have brought Greg's Martom under their wing, under their influence. The dwarves have rebelled against their gods and threaten any others who try to make way in their lands. The dragons begin to shake off the yoke of the gods, and the giants begin to plot against us once more. It is time, my sons, to gather our forces and make a peaceful world once and for all." As she looks between you, Zek, and Kez.
We'll do so together. As I look at Zek.
And then they kiss. Happily ever after. The end.
As she kind of nods, I think Zek muted, so I think he might have stepped away. As she kind of looks between the two of you, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break for the player to come back, and we'll see you in a moment. All right, we're back. The DM did not spill any liquor, and that's the good news today. I do have Butterfingers. You know, you're right. It's only like 80 proof hard mead. I'm feeling really good after a sip, I won't lie. So, yes, where we were. As the mother as Elagbo seems to come forth, looking at you, her appearance seeming a mixture of all 3 visages, looking between Kez and Zek. She kind of takes a moment and goes, "I congratulate you both. He was a phantom of a past age. Someone who did not deserve the glory you all are going to capture and the greatness you will achieve. I believe you'll bring my beliefs and my church into a new light, a new world. One that will see us grow even more powerful and able to help those who need it most." As she gives a smile and kind of walks over to Zek and goes, "To you, young Zek, I'm proud of you most for what you've achieved, but I hope you understand what I am about to do. It's not out of animosity, but for the betterment of a capable church." She kind of pauses and looks at you for a second and smiles as she looks over at Kaz and goes, Kesnanok, our belief in what is to come requires someone of a stronger will, someone more capable of accepting the past and seeing the future in a way that desires both strength and ambition. I ask you, my son, my chosen hero, the one who will guide us through the storms that are to come. I ask you to represent me, the belief and the church itself, to serve and serve others. Oh shit! and then the mother broke his internet. Alright, give him a minute. Here, no worries. No worries. Take a second. It's the crew's internet, you know. It's the ship is calling his name.
And it's shutting down. It's like I get to rest.
Well,
It's not like
I'm joining on my phone.
alright, you're good. Did you hear anything of what I said?
All I got was that you walked up to it was a little choppy. I heard you walked up to Zek, and then it was like I'm proud of, and that was it.
Alright, so yeah, she basically, as she said to Zach, that she's proud of him and that she hopes he understands her decision she's about to make, is basically the summary of TLDR. She looked to you and started basically stating the good qualities of you and how you are a better champion and that you will lead the church to be greater. You can rewatch later for specifics as you want to check it out.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't have the speech written down, I'm gonna be honest here.
No, you're good.
I appreciate that.
I feel so bad that my internet fucked off.
No, you're
in the
good,
very
bro.
wonderful moment.
She kind of looks to you though as she kind of finished saying this, smiles and goes, "Thus, as my chosen son, the one I have blessed since the beginning, the one who will see our new sun rise and the light take over all. I ask you, Kesnanok, to serve as my champion, the leader of my church, and the son of the mother herself."
Till my dying breath.
As you say this, Kez, you feel your body kind of go cold. Your breath exhale one final time as you say this. Your eyes become colder and quieter. Your body chills as immediately you feel strange effects take hold. Two large horns kind of begin to pull out of your head, jutting forward in this almost darkened black metallic material as they do. Your armor kind of begins to mutate and change, almost to match exactly as the champions of the Age of Fae. And as you look down, seeing your evil-looking, darkened black armor, a smile goes across Ella Ugbo's face, and she looks at you and goes, "The mother declares, the son shall take back the stone and free us from its dreaded future." And as she says this, Kez, you feel your mind kind of cloud for a moment, and above, back into the material plane, Farum, as you look on, seeing Kez and Zek kind of standing there just motionless, their eyes cloud over, the crowd up ahead, who were cheering their names a moment ago, suddenly start cheering the Orcus sigh, and start clapping as the circle of magic begins to glow, and you hear the latches on the locks to the door click.
Part of Firm probably feels like maybe I should have pushed Kez into this pit sooner.
Fair opinion. Are you going for the door? Or are you going to stand here and see what happens?
She's gonna kind of give some space between the door and Kez and Zek.
Okay.
I don't know what's about to happen, but something tells me you might want to leave this
I will
room.
say the magic circle does begin to glow as you start to back up, and you can start to see almost a figure kind of standing off to the side, like a poltergeist kind of coming in and out of the material plane. Give me a will save real quick.
Absolutely sure.
See, is Farum going to be
A
converted?
18.
Farum is not converted, but you only missed the DC by 1. So, as you feel your mind begin to cloud, almost like as if you're being pulled to chant for this figure, you suddenly kind of shake your head, and as your training kind of takes hold of you, having spent many a years preparing for clerics and paladins to come at you, you suddenly, seeing this creature appearing, feel a distinct sense of fear kind of run down your spine as the aura in the room becomes darker and the magic starts to become more dense, as you begin to see literal magic floating in the air in streams of electricity.
Well, as any good mercenary knows, they know when to fucking leave. So Verm is going to head towards the door and see if the door will open.
As you walk
Guys, I hope
over,
my curse is about to break. Maybe I'll be a femboy no longer.
as you open the door, Farum, give me a quick strength check.
Sir, that will be a 18.
18, as you kind of pull hard one immediately on the handle, looking back at this and seeing something that looks like an undead humanoid figure with horrific looking armor that has like spiritual faces of people on it in torment and horror and like tortured phases. You kind of pull really hard on the door as you look back at it, and suddenly it clicks as the handle pulls off and opens as you start to walk through quite quickly. You see one of the followers outside. The half-elf kind of looks at you in surprise and with her eyes kind of glowing this greenish color. Seems to smile at you eerily and just kind of slowly and robotically slides past you, walking towards the magic circle as she pulls out a knife or one of her scimitars and cuts her throat across the magic circle, dropping onto it as the blood begins to flow into the circle.
Verm's like, I fucking knew Kez was evil. I knew it. His honeyed words were not to be believed. I knew it. I knew he was evil.
As you
As she keeps
start running,
she's fucking running. She's like, I fucking knew it.
You watch.
As is lawful good alignment be like?
You watch as slowly more followers kind of in the hallway as you pass them seem to suddenly get this look and start walking, and as you hear screams, the occasional exhale, kind of finally get to the edge of the tunnel, closing the doorway into the basement. As you come back up into the house, looking around, you see Domnander and Ned kind of looking around the house as if they're searching for you, as they have like cabinets pulled out, like shelves pulled down, the couch turned over, as you look up and see the two of them looking in surprise as they look at you. And that is where we're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Did you want to say something? Feel free.
No, it's not gonna matter because it'll matter next session. But it's gonna be what's gonna happen is it's gonna be like it's time to go to the ship, and she's gonna run outside, and as soon as she's outside, she's going to take flight and just fly to the ship.
Showing her wings, a somewhat kind of taboo thing for most of the kobold kid. It don't matter. This is survival.
This shit is. I want to get the fuck away from that.
As we cut to black, as Farum looks at Domnander and Ned, turns, seeing the door open, and immediately running for as she shouts this, sprinting for the door and flying off. We end and cut to black there. However, before we walk away, and Kez, if you need to take off your good, this is just more of like post-cut scene like situation thing. As we pan back, perfect. Kesdenok and Zek, as they come out of their vision, the room darkening, as they look up, seeing the corpses of all the followers up above, kind of laying there, blood dripping down the walls. Zek himself grimacing now, but his white robes with this horrific-looking blackened and twisted gnarled staff standing at his side. Kind of seems to look on in concern, his eyes clouded over as he waves his hands, and their bodies seem to reanimate, standing up, soulless, and as puppets they seem to begin to clap, and in almost a undead and cold rhythm, cheer on Kesdenok, the chosen, the one who will bring destruction and cataclysm to all. As Kesdenok stands, his armor more imperialistic, darkened with the visages of all those he's slain, their souls swirling around his body, his hammer breathing out a blackened magic that makes the eyes of it glow. as it pans up to his slightly scarred-looking face, a mixture of half of it now of his original face, the other this feminine, twinkish-looking appearance. He stands looking around, a nefarious smile on his face as the power begins to seep through, as he looks over at Zek and says, "War." And that is where it cuts to black. We thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed and look forward to what happens with Kez's story in the background as we continue on. And our player comes back with a new character, one to torture his party with in a different way as we continue on. We thank you all, and we will see you then.